Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video we will discuss how to perform CRUD operation in Visual Studio Code with the C# language. Before going to start this session, we need to set up our environment. For that we require Visual Studio Code and .NET SDK, a SQL Server instance. In my mission I have already done this setup. In the first step we are going to create a table in a database. In the second step, create a console application in Visual Studio Code. In the third step, we are going to write a logic to perform a CRUD operation. The first step, create a table in database. For that, we'll switch to MS SQL. Here I am going to create a table. Create a table employee, and I will give as a ID. This is an integer. I'll give as a primary key and identity of 1,1, and the second column is name. This is an varchar of 100 I'll give, and the third one is an age. It is an integer. Let's go and execute. Here I have created an employee table. Let's copy, select star from employee. So the first step is completed. I have created a table in database. In the second step, we have to create a console application in Visual Studio Code. For that, let's switch to Visual Studio Code. We have to open a terminal. So in the menu we have a terminal. In the terminal window I am going to write a command to create a .NET application of console. So for that, the command is .NET new. I am creating a console application, so console -n, and here we have to give a application name. So I'm going to give a test application. Let's go and enter. So this is created a application in our Visual Studio Code. You can see the test app. If I expand this, you can see program.cs application is created. Whenever we create a console application in Visual Studio, we will get a program.cs. The same way it is created. So when I opened here, it is suggested some extension to be installed in our Visual Studio. If you want, we can install, otherwise we can ignore it. The use of this extension, it will automatically predict your next line of code, the intelligence, all those will come. So for that we are going to install. So as of now, let's go and install C# extensions. This is not mandatory to install. So C# extensions. Here is the C# extensions. I'm going to install this. So this has been installed. Then if you want to install C# dev kit, C# language, this also you can install if you required. So let's install C# language, and also I'll install C# dev kit as well. Both I'll install. Let's go and create a service class in the test application. Right click on the application. You can see new C#. Here we have a class, interface, controller, API controller, all those stuff. We required a class. I'll give as a services and just enter. So this is automatically, the class is created with a few namespaces already defined. Now I'm going to write a logic to perform a CRUD operation. So this will communicate it with the SQL database. So I'm going to write a connection string here, public, and this is a string SQL connection equal to if you can see here, auto suggested the connection string. So this is based on your extension, which extension you install. Based on that, it will suggest. Here I'm going to write a logic to save data into database. For that, public, you can see the intelligence is showing. Void create employee. You can see auto suggested all those, name, email, phone number, address, all those. So now I'm going to use like string name and int age. Let's enter. You can see the values automatically it is taking and given a SQL connection, all those, the predefined code is generated. Just to give a tab, it will give a code. So here it's showing some exception. To fix this, we need to install a SQL data client package. For that, how we can write? The SQL data client package is deprecated, so we are going to install a Microsoft.Data.SqlClient. So to install .NET add package, and this is the package name, Microsoft.Data.SqlClient. Just click on enter. Okay, so we have to change the directory because it is in VS Code, but we have in TestApp, so we need to change the directory, TestApp. So now it is in TestApp. Let's go and execute this. So the package is installed, and you can see the errors will go off. It will take some time for installation. Now it is installed. We can add the reference. In the C# how we can add? By using a using statement, we are going to add. The similar way here also is the same. Just click on, it is using Microsoft.Data.SqlClient. You can see all the errors is go away. And here it shows the name SQL connection does not exist in the current context. This is a public string we given. Okay, this is we have to give under class. Under the class I am going to define this. Now you can see insert into employee, values is automatically taken, the auto generated code is generated. This is create a employee. Then the second one is an read a employee, public. You can see auto generated, the code is auto generating. You can see, just to give a tab, it will automatically generate. So here it is expected employee class, so you can define an employee class. Just right click on a TestApp, new C# class, employee class, just give enter. So now we required properties. There is an integer ID, and the next one is an, you can see the auto intelligence how the suggested. The next one is, you can see, is automatically the predicting next line of a code like a AI, and it is giving intelligence. So the question mark is an optional values. So now you can see, select star from employee, all the code is predefined for you. There is an get employee. The next one is an update employee will do. If you write a public and you can see automatically the public employee update employee code is generated. Just to give a tab, it will give a code. The next one, delete, also is given. Now the code is completed to perform a CRUD operation. So let's go and update a SQL connection string. Here it is a Windows authentication. They have given connections it has suggested. So you can remove that and you can write a SQL authentication. You can see server and the server name is on update, and database is a demo. So I'm going to use a demo database, and the username is SA, and the password we have to my system password I'm going to give here. And now the code is ready. Let's go and use it. So the service class I have to initiate from the program.cs. So here the hello world program is written in the console.writeline. Let's go and create a object for it. You can see everything is automated. So now we have to write a namespace. Now service dot create a employee. I can see automatically it is generating. Then let's insert few more. Service dot now let's read the data. Services dot get employees. You can see this is an get employee, and next we'll write a update service dot employee. The first one is an let's update as this one is 22, and the next will be again get, the next will be delete. Next I'll write a logic after deleting. So let's write here also console dot write line after insert. After inserting, then next is here is console dot run after get, console dot you can say right after updating, not after updating, after getting data. Next one is here will be after updating, console dot write line after updating. To build this project, you need to write a command .NET build. If you want to execute your project, you have to write .NET run. So I'll write .NET run because it automatically build and run. So let's go and run. We got an error. Let's see what is this error. Here is the .NET run command. The hello world also is printing. After that we got an exception. Microsoft.Data.SqlClient SQL exception. A connection was established. So on. So okay. The certificate chain was issued. Okay, not trusted. So in the SQL connection we have to mention trust server certificate. Trust server times trust server certificate equal to 2. Then let's go and execute the same command. We are going to execute. Now we can see the hello world is printed. Then first one is an after inserting meaning like we have written here the object was created and we created 3 entries into a table, then we printed after inserting. So the after inserting is printed. Then later on what we have done in the get employees, the values we are going printing, so the values are printed here. The next one is after getting, the log is after getting is printed. And the next one is we are done as a update employee. The first employee is Suryan. Here is by inserting we have inserted as a 25, then we updated it to 22. So after employee updation we got a data here like this. So the updation also is done. So after update what we have done, we have deleted the first record. We are passing a employee ID and deleted. So we have deleted. So now we can see data, only 2 data. So we are not written any get data employee. So let's switch to MS SQL and let's query for it. Select star from employee. Let's go and execute. Here you can see only 2 records are there, second and third. The first record we have deleted through command here itself. We call the employee delete employee method and we deleted the first row. So this is how we can use the database connection in the Visual Studio Code. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.